Right then, lads and lasses, welcome back to the channel Comic Spoiler, your one-stop shop for everything utterly brilliant and mind-boggling in the world of comics. Today, we're getting stuck into a proper belter, one of the most personal and gut-wrenching issues of one of Marvel's most iconic and, let's face it, most brutal characters, Wolverine 12, aptly titled Mother and Master. Published by Marvel Comics, written by the brilliant Saladin Ahmed, with absolutely stunning art from Martín Coccolo and colors by Brian Valenza, this comic isn't just a simple scrap. Oh no, this is a journey deep into the darkest, most vulnerable parts of Logan's psyche. It's a story that's going to make you ask, who is Wolverine behind the claws and the rage, and what happens when his biggest trauma is used as a weapon against him? Brace yourselves, because this is going to be an emotional and brutal ride. Don't get your knickers in a twist. Let's get cracking, shall we? Before we dive headfirst into the pages, let's quickly get our heads around the setup. Logan, aka the Wolverine we all know and love, is a mutant with an insane healing factor and a skeleton bonded with the unbreakable metal adamantium. His life has been a non-stop barrage of violence and trauma. Bob's your uncle. He was weaponized from a young age, a product of the Weapon X program, and has spent his entire existence battling the monsters on the outside and the ones on the inside. This particular issue kicks off right after the events where Logan gets a rather mysterious letter from his mother, Elizabeth Howlett. The letter's pleading for his help. But here's the rub, the massive spanner in the works. Elizabeth Howlett died over a century ago, taking her own life at the family home. The letter's arrival immediately sets off alarm bells for Logan, and he knows this is nothing but a dirty trap. That's proper good, that is. And wouldn't you know it, he was right on the quid. When he gets to the Howlett estate, he doesn't find his mother alive and kicking. What he finds is his oldest nemesis, Sabretooth. A proper Barney ensues, as you'd expect. Bloody hell! Logan, battered and bruised, eventually manages to lay Sabretooth out. But as he collapses, he's greeted by the person he believes is his mother, Elizabeth Howlett. A gentle embrace, some tender words, and for just a moment, Logan finds some peace. I'm chuffed to bits. However, here comes the big reveal, the massive spanner in the works. The figure is not his mother at all. It's Mastermind, the master mental manipulator, the fella with the power of illusions. He's the one behind all of it. He's been pulling the strings all along. It's gone pear-shaped. The story then takes a seriously psychological turn. We see Logan and his mother driving, trying to escape from Sabretooth. Along the way, Elizabeth spills the beans on her own horrid experiences. The trauma of being brought back from the dead and how Sabretooth brought her back just to torment her. Logan, who's always been burdened by the guilt of his violent life bringing danger to the people he cares about, feels immense guilt. That's proper good, that is. He reassures his mother that he'll protect her, that he'll never leave her again. This scene, seeing the notoriously gruff and savage Wolverine speaking so tenderly to a seemingly fragile mother figure, is incredibly touching. It's a glimpse into a side of Logan we rarely see, the side of a frightened child who still desperately needs his mother's affection and acceptance. He wants so badly to believe this is real. He wants to believe that his mother, who he lost so long ago, is back. That's proper good, that is. But things start to feel off. Elizabeth mentions the X-Men, a name Logan hasn't mentioned at all. Then, Logan realizes they've been driving in circles, passing the same scenery over and over again, a bulldozer, a couple of blokes walking on the pavement. Even though his compass says they're going east, they're not going anywhere. That's a bit dodgy. Logan, with his ridiculously sharp senses, finally twigs the horrific truth. It's all an illusion, the whole thing. This moment is the emotional climax of the comic. Logan, who has harbored this trauma for so long, now has to confront the fact that even the moment of happiness and peace he craved the most was nothing more than a cruel lie. He has to kill the part of himself that still wanted to believe, the part of him that so desperately missed his mother. He then confronts Mastermind, who steps out from behind the illusion. Mastermind explains his motive. Initially, he was just out for revenge on the X-Men. His plan was to use Logan as a pawn to attack them. That's a bit dodgy. However, when he delved into Logan's mind to craft the illusion, he stumbled upon something he never expected. Behind the bloodthirsty Wolverine, he found a terrified child. Instead of wanting to beat him, Mastermind decides he wants to parent him. This is arguably the most chilling part of the narrative. Mastermind, with his malevolent and sadistic intentions, tries to manipulate Logan not with a fighting illusion, but with his deepest personal trauma. He wants to take over not just his body, but his soul. He wants to become the father figure Logan never had. That's proper good, that is. But Logan isn't having any of it. He attacks Mastermind with brute force. His adamantium claws slice through Mastermind's illusory body, but the illusion shatters into dust. Logan realizes this is just another fake. Don't get your knickers in a twist. He's now trapped inside Mastermind's deepest illusion, an endless visual labyrinth. Inside this maze, Logan is confronted by other illusions, including his own mother. This time, the illusion of Elizabeth Howlett speaks with scorn and contempt, calling Logan a monster and a devil. She brings up Logan's past traumas, reigniting his guilt over her death. This is Mastermind's last-ditch attempt to completely break Logan mentally. But instead of crumbling, Logan finds strength in the moment. He acknowledges the bitter truth. He's not a monster, but he is a terrified child who needed his mother. He admits that he's been carrying this pain for so long, and Mastermind's illusion, as painful as it was, actually helped him confront that trauma head-on. Logan finally locates the real Mastermind, hiding in a corner. He attacks him brutally, and this time, it's not an illusion. It's the real Jason Weingard. Wolverine doesn't hesitate. He finishes him off for brilliant. Let's have a buddy. As the illusion collapses, Logan finds himself back in reality, soaking wet in the pouring rain at the ruined Howlett estate. He sees Mastermind's body, but he feels no satisfaction, only emptiness. He realizes that even though Mastermind is dead, his past will never go away. Bloody hell! The illusion might be over, but the pain remains. The comic ends with Logan walking away, telling himself that he has to keep going. He knows his past wounds will never truly heal, but all he can do is keep fighting, one step at a time. So Wolverine 12 isn't just an action comic then. It's a deeply personal character study of Logan. It's a reminder that behind all the rage and violence, Wolverine is a deeply wounded man, constantly fighting against his own trauma and his past. Saladin Ahmed's writing here is incredibly powerful and intimate. He manages to explore the most vulnerable sides of Logan in a way that feels both touching and brutally honest. Martín Coccolo's art deserves heaps of praise too. He captures Logan's emotions, from desperate longing to blind fury, in incredible detail. Let's have a buddy. Brian Valenza's gloomy and dramatic color palette also adds to the story's overall dark mood. All in all, Wolverine 12 is an absolute masterpiece. It's a must-read for any fan of the character. It's a solid reminder that even the toughest heroes have invisible wounds, and that the hardest battles are often fought inside their own minds. What did you lot think then? Were you as gobsmacked by this issue as I was? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more brilliant comic reviews. Cheers for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay nerdy and peace out.